All right, here we go live, and then we got to hit this motherfucker. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are fucking live. About to do this Robin Hood event. Let's see where's the lost city of gold? I came for the gold. Gold, guns, glory. It's all the same shit. Eddie, Britt, how the fuck are you, fam?
Feeling good, feeling great, ready to rediscover the lost city of gold. How's it going over there on the East Coast, Lore?
Homie, it is fucking happening. It's happening. There's a lot going on, bro, but I'm fucking happy to be a part of it. Let me see what we got.
Look at this, bro. Alex Finn was invited to the Robin Hood event.
No way, was he?
He's a VIP at the tech event, he said, at the Lost City of Gold.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah, Alex actually told me Robin Hood is one of his biggest holdings too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he told me that on X. So that's just a full circle. Just full circle.
I love it, bro. Let me see here.
We got the countdown, 6 minutes till showtime.
I'm so excited. We're gonna unearth some new gold perks. Do we want to tune in a little early to get the feel?
We can. Just please do me a favor. Let me share this.
Yeah, let me start sharing this too.
I think it's gonna be wild for people to see us. I'm even gonna share it to the Mike Roscoe chat. Here we go. I can't wait. They're probably gonna screenshot the fuck out of this. There's gonna be a lot of problems with it, I'm positive. But we'll take it. I mean, how far can a Mike Roscoe fucking tweet go, really? You know what I mean?
You'd be surprised.
Let me see. I mean, I'm sharing this fucking everywhere. Let's see what we got going on here. Sending. Let me see here. I mean, I am sending it everywhere. Oh, I got some alpha. Well, I have to share it after this, I think, but yeah, man, the mutant is going places. That's what I can say. That's what I can say right now. The mutant is fucking going places. Let me see here. I mean, I am sending it everywhere. I feel bad in a way. All these folks are probably getting the same ding over and over again.
They're all in the same group chat with you.
Yeah, they're all in the same group chat. Fuck it. We're here. Cheers. All right, where do you guys want to bring this up? What's the platform you guys want to use? You guys want to use X? Who are we supporting? X, YouTube? What are we doing?
Whatever's gonna be the easiest stream. I feel like YouTube's gonna be the easiest stream, to be honest, because Twitter kind of has problems sometimes on the stream. But I mean, I'm down for either or. Can you live stream this live stream while it's live streaming on X?
Want me to
live
show
stream
you?
section.
You want me to show you?
We'll see.
Well, let me see. Let me do something real quick. Let me see here. YouTube, Robin Hood, gold. Let me see here. Robin Hood. Yeah. See, I can't find the Robin Hood account. Robin Hood. What would you call it? Because when I put in Robin Hood, everything comes up.
Robin Hood app is the name of the thing. Yeah, just do it from YouTube then. Or are you on YouTube right now? What are you searching?
I'm on YouTube right now. When I put Robin Hood app, yours comes up saying Robin Hood presents the Lost City of Gold. That's what comes up.
Yeah, I would just go to go.robinhood.com/presents then.
All right, go.
We got 3 minutes.
.com/presents.
And that'll be the YouTube stream. They're streaming it on the app through. They're streaming it through YouTube on the app.
All right, here we go. The moment that we've been waiting for. Don't show this to me again. I got that. Here we go. How are we living? Do we have it? Do we have it good?
3 minutes. Yep. I don't hear any sound though. Are they playing any music?
No music. I don't hear anything at all. It's just staticky. So you signed me up for this. You signed me up for it. I think I spent $50. And so now today I'm gonna find out exactly what the fuck I'm gonna get out of this, right?
Well, currently you do get 3% back on your Roth max out, which is about $210 a year. Right now you can get like $1,000 in free margin. So there's still a few perks, 4% savings APY. Let's see. There's a few other ones too that I'm forgetting right off top. I know you're getting 1% back on any crypto transferred into there right now. You're entered into any raffle for any deposits that get put in right now. And eligible for 2% transfer on any rollovers too. So there's a few perks down the line right now. But from last year till now, they've changed a few times. And so this will definitely show us the path forward for Robinhood.
Now, so you feel like you have gotten the most out of you've definitely made your money back on this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tenfold I've made my money back for sure. Yeah, I mean, even if you just calculate the times they've given us free money, you pretty much got 50% off your year subscription.
I've been so inspired by the amount of free shit that your mother-in-law has gotten, Brittany, your mom has gotten. The $2,000 Bitcoin lives rent-free in my head every day of my life.
Well, we were excited for the event yesterday, and then I said something, and she was like, "Okay, well, I'm excited. You know, I'm in the trenches." And if you met my mom, her saying that she's in the trenches with us, we were dying.
That was good. Yeah,
here we go. I have met your mother. It'd be funny if Grandma said it. Then I'd be bursting out my britches, as a cowboy would say. But having your mom say it is also wild work. That is a wild thing to imagine her saying, and she is so like bright-eyed, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like your mom always has a positive outlook in the world. That's the way that I saw her. That's the type of energy that I saw.
Happy.
That's her favorite thing to say. Happy.
Oh, really? The whole world's burning around her, literally, and she's like, happy. You guys see birds
getting money. That's real. When you're focused on the markets getting money, it's a good life. Happy life.
Okay, so it's gonna be theatrical. That's what I'm so excited about.
Okay.
We got
Oh.
Where are we going? I'm excited.
They timed it out pretty well, right? It looks like it's gonna end exactly where it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And Alex Finn is here, huh?
That's what he says. Yeah, he posted. Everybody who matters is watching this event right now. There's an obelisk.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Robinhood Chairman and CEO, Vlad Tenev.
Thank you for entrusting us with your evening.
Buddy, let's go.
They say that money is the root of all evil.
He looks like the character.
But today, I'd like to
Disney
propose
movie.
an alternate history. Money is the root of all civilization. Behind me is one of the first examples of writing from over 5,000 years ago. It's not poetry that's written here, or history, or even laws. It's economics. What you see here is an ancient accounting system, likely for trading grain, maybe livestock. So conventional wisdom is that finance lies downstream of technology innovation, that technology develops first, and then we figure out how to apply it to financial systems later. But the truth is that finance led to the development of everything, from writing to mathematics to society as we know it today. So finance predated and even motivated the creation of writing. I've been thinking about that a lot. So why am I telling you all this? It's to make the point that when we improve the financial system, we don't just change account balances or add little conveniences for people. We improve society, we improve technology. And so finance and technology are part of a cycle, a procession that's been going on for over 5,000 years. And today, we find ourselves at an important precipice. Despite centuries of progress, there's still two financial systems, one for the wealthy and one for everyone else. And this evening, we'll be making a contribution toward removing that gap. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to look at the tools and the capabilities that the high net worth have access to, and seeing how we can apply technology to offer them to all of you, our gold subscribers. For example, high net worth individuals often have their own financial teams, teams of advisors and specialists who provide them with a whole range of premium services, strategies, opportunities. So to democratize this, you need to get your own financial team. You want your own financial team?
Yeah. Look at that.
Well, you're in luck. That's exactly what we're going to do here today. Over the course of the evening, we're not just going to introduce 3 new products, but we're going to be introducing 3 new experts. And these experts will be working round the clock for you to provide you with the high net worth experience. It's going to be a demo-filled evening. You're actually not going to hear me talk very much, which is probably a good thing. We've been building this technology for the better part of the last few years. And I'm thrilled. All the great people working on it are super thrilled that we finally get to share with you all, our gold members first. So without further ado, let's introduce the first member of your financial team, your investment advisor. So a lot of customers who have grown with us over the years eventually reach a point where they want to be more hands-off with a portion of their portfolio. They want it to be managed on their behalf with low fees. In fact, many of our new customers also would like help with this. What the wealthy have is an investment advisor who works tirelessly on their behalf, making sure their money is always optimally invested. However, the best advisors, they require 6 or 7 figures at minimum just to pick up the phone. And so what we found a way to do here is to make this service available to everyone, whether you have $50 million or $50 available to invest. So I'm really excited today to introduce Robinhood Strategies, the beginning of a new age of wealth management.
Robinhood Strategies.
All right, and here to show you exactly how it's going to work, our head of investment strategy, and with a little help of technology, your new head of investment strategy, Steph Guild. Come on up.
That was $50, by the way. That's me.
Yeah, this is. I know when last time they showed.
Thank you, Vlad. Thank you all for being here tonight. And a huge thank you to the team who put their blood, sweat, and tears into what I'm about to show you. By way of background, I've been at Robinhood for the last 3 years, and I've spent the last 25 years in investments. During that time, I guided clients through 4 bear markets, 3 recessions, a global pandemic, and most recently, an increase in interest rates not seen since 1981, just to name a few things. And no matter who these clients were, institutions, wealthy families, they all had one thing in common. They wanted to feel taken care of, to know the person working with them had their back during those tougher times, of course.
You
But
can hear
this
the
is still
noise.
investment advice today means that some of the best advisors only work with the very wealthy. Others can make you feel not listened to, as if they always know better. The other option for investment advice is a robo-advisor. Easy, low cost, but everyone gets a generic portfolio of ETFs and mutual funds from the house without much guidance or explanation. So we thought, what if we took the best of these models, providing expertise and some agency, combining that with what technology does best, enabling a low cost, while still living out the mission of having your back. The best way to do that, at least I know how to do it, is to anticipate client questions before they're even asked. The first question I always got when I met a new client was, what would you invest me in?
How much money can you make?
In my mind, I'd say, I know nothing about you, so I can't actually answer that. But that's the first thing we do. We ask you a series of questions to make sure we get it right for you. I'm going to show you.
Let me make my screen bigger.
We'll first ask you about your main goal. Let's go with growing your money over time. And your purpose of this money. Let's say it's build wealth for the future. We also ask about your risk tolerance. Let's go with highest risk. We ask about your time horizon because it's so important. Let's go with more than 10 years. And also about your likelihood to withdraw a portion of this money. Let's go with not likely at all.
All common questions for a new investor.
We submit, confirm the answers, and now we're pulling together the right portfolio for you. Your portfolio is ready. Let's get into it. So using this, the portfolio that we are prescribing for this person is 95% stocks, 5% bonds. Now, the one thing that I want to show you during this, and we walk you through the same way I would walk through a client through this, is we see a step change in the markets and the economy. Interest rates are the highest they've been in 2 decades. Inflation is hanging on. Federal deficits are high and not ending. And yet the promise of growth through technology like AI is vast. So we monitor these portfolios every single day and try to actively manage them to maximize what we can provide for you over time. We also will include single stocks in the portfolio. So not just ETFs and mutual funds. Now, let's say you get to this and you're like, I don't know, this is maybe a little too risky for me. This is your money. You should have a say in what happens to it. No problem. Tap the edit button at the top. And now let's change some of those answers. Let's say I want a higher instead of the highest risk tolerance. And let's say I'll go with a balanced investing goal. Now the portfolio is 88% stocks instead of 95. If this feels good, you can press Save Changes. And now this is your new portfolio. After this, you sign some agreements and fund, and you continue on as a client. Now, the next question that I often got, or actually, whenever I had a client, I had this one guy, I always thought of him. He'd walk into the room, barely say hello to me, and say, did you make me money or lose me money? That is what I want to show you here. This is for this guy. The first view you get is, did you make me money or lose me money? And you can see that here. The most popular page in the portfolio reviews that I did for clients was a breakdown of these returns because transparency is so important. So if you tap this little eye, you can see how much came from appreciation, how much came from income, and also how much you've paid in fees. This is super important.
Yeah, that's pretty clear right there.
Now, the next question I would get is, what am I invested in? So you tap here and you get your portfolio. We like to call this the one ring to rule them all, but a nicer one, not an evil one. I also like to call it a beautiful glazed purple donut, but you can make your choice. You can tap around to see what you're in. There's lots of really fun haptics.
Is this our donut,
and
Laura?
then if you want to see the details of it, you can just go around. And it also has really fun haptics. Now, the next question I would get from clients would often be, well, why am I invested in this? AKA, do you know what you're doing? Yes, we do. We will leave you messages on a regular basis. We're calling them insights, We'll update you whenever we make a change in your portfolio in real time, why we made the change, and if there's anything big that happens in the markets, we're going to be there to provide information. Let me show you. Now, if you don't feel like reading it, you can also hear it.
Ain't nobody want to read all that.
You know, I don't like always hearing my own voice, so we made sure that didn't play. But now, if we go back, there's another question that I always got from clients, and if they didn't ask it, I told them anyway, which is, where can my money grow to? We also have that. If you tap this future button, it takes your portfolio and a Monte Carlo simulation, and the haptics are really, really nice there too.
That's tight.
You can play around and see, okay, where can my money go through in 22 years, in 30 years? And let's say you want to deposit $50 a month. Now you can see where your money can grow to if you add to it on a regular basis. This takes your true portfolio, the path of returns over time, and projects them into the future. It's not just a simple compounding tool. Now, we're really, really excited to give you a better, more accessible advisory experience. The team and I will be working for our clients' portfolios every day, and I hope I get to work with you. I'm going to hand the stage back to Vlad now to answer the final question I always got, which is, how much does this cost? It's an important part of Robinhood strategies, and I hope it will actually change the entire industry. Vlad.
Let's go.
Yeah. Thanks. That was amazing.
More,
I think what we've built here is the closest to a hands-off invest button that you can get. But we did mention pricing, and that's really the one big thing I wanted to talk about, the fees. So let's talk a little bit about how fees work in this industry. If you've had experience with an investment advisor before, you probably know how it works. They're often paid a percentage of the assets they manage on your behalf. So the more your portfolio grows, the more you pay them. So if they're charging you 1%, then your fees might look something like this. So as you can see, they can have clients paying tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands every single year. There's literally no limit to this. It's a great deal for them and a terrible deal for you. You're literally paying more and more for the same exact service. If you go with the robo-advisor instead, it might look like this. So that's a little bit better, but those fees can still add up to $50,000 per year or more as your portfolio grows. So with Robinhood Strategies, we're changing all this because this is what it should look like.
Got it.
So as you can see, we're setting our fees at a low 0.25%, but more importantly, we're breaking the traditional management model by introducing a limit, a cap for our gold members. And that cap is $250. So as your portfolio does better, you get a better deal. So a lot of people aren't going to like this. So instead of tens or hundreds of thousands being taken out of your portfolio each year in fees, that money remains invested and working for you because you shouldn't have to pay more to invest more. You should get to keep your growth. So we're very excited about this. I think it's going to be disruptive. You might also be wondering when Robinhood Strategies will be available, when you can sign up for the wait list, right? Well, we have a pleasant surprise here. It's available right now. So gold subscribers,
open up your app,
including hopefully everyone here,
wallets,
will get access to it tonight. In fact, some of you might have access already. All other customers will start getting it in April. So this is going to be a very fast rollout. So that's Strategies. Before I introduce the next member of your financial team, let's do a little update of where Robinhood Gold is right now. So you might remember last year, we did our first gold event. And actually, it was almost exactly a year ago. And it was a new thing for us. We hadn't done events before. We didn't really know if it was going to work out. But we've done 3 since then, including today. And met some great people. I see a lot of them in the audience right now. Last year at this gold event, we had 1.5 million gold subscribers. And we're actually really proud of that number. We'd seen a lot of growth. We were proud to be at 1.5 million. But now we have 3.2 million subscribers.
That's us.
And since that point, we've made Gold even better, particularly for our traders. We've added some of the lowest contract fees in the market for index options and futures, exclusively for our Gold subscribers, in addition to all these great benefits you see behind me. Last year, we offered Gold for $5 a month, and we still offer it for $5 a month. So I think it's the best deal in financial services. And of course, can't forget to mention the Robinhood Gold Card, the Gold credit card with 3% cash back. So far, the Gold Card's been rolled out to over 100,000 people. And over the next week, we're going to double that number and invite 100,000 more of you to access the Robinhood Gold Card. And that includes anyone here in the audience who's a Gold member that doesn't have it yet.
Oh, they're getting it.
Yeah, they must be happy. Oh, that's Alex
And
Finn
that's
right
just the start. We're going to make a serious dent in that wait list this year.
Right
So
in the
get
front.
ready. We love what we're seeing. We've got a lot of confidence. We're going to make a dent in the wait list. So now that that's out of the way, we talked about what we're doing for the part of your portfolio you'd like to be a little bit more hands-off with. But what about the part that you're managing yourself? You see, for us, when we say access, we don't just mean access to markets. It also means access to information, unlocking information that once belonged only to the elites, information that drives smarter decision-making. So we'd love to introduce you to your next team member who's been training for this position for the last 2 years. And they'll never stop training because they want to keep getting better. And that's the kind of person you want on your team. They also never sleep and they don't eat. Except for compute. They eat compute. Any idea what I'm talking about? That's right. AI is right. But also, it's your research assistant. We call it Robinhood Cortex, and it will be exclusively available to our Gold members this year.
Robinhood Cortex.
So let me tell you a little bit about it before you see it. We spoke to both beginner and advanced traders about what would give them a better edge. And we've been working over the past 2 years to develop an AI made specifically with their needs in mind. One that gives you real advantages without just putting a chat box, a wordy chat box in your app that you don't really know how to use. So Cortex will eventually be available throughout your entire Robinhood experience. But we wanted to start by helping customers in the areas where they have the biggest pain points. The biggest pain points and the most concrete, easy to understand needs. So we wanted to start with one of the most complex, options trading. Any options traders in the audience? Anyone familiar with this book? Yeah, okay. Options, Futures, and Other Derivatives by John Hull. Some call this the Options Bible. This is what you would have had to grind your way through if, like me, you were applying for a job as an options trader back in 2008. This might be the abridged version even, but it's about 900 pages. It's a big boy. And I didn't finish it. Maybe that's why I didn't get the job. Now, you don't have to read the entire book anymore because AI can help you do the job and do so much more. And in fact, we can put it in context when you're making the trade, because I think options is a little bit like playing the violin. You can't play the violin by reading a book. You have to practice and learn. So without further ado, here to show you what it looks like and what else you can find in Robinhood powered by Cortex, the legend himself. Some of you might remember him from the Hood Summit in Miami, Abhishek Fatehpuria. There he is. Hello, Abhishek.
Great camera work.
I hope you've read some more fun books since then.
I read occasionally.
I hear you've been studying for the Series 7.
Yes.
Did you pass?
I did actually. I don't know if we were.
Congratulations. Give him a round of applause.
Series 7 holders here.
All right.
I know you're one.
Let's talk about Robinhood Cortex. So historically, professional quality investment analysis has been reserved for institutional investors and the rich, locked away from everyday retail investors. Tonight, I'm excited to introduce you all to Robinhood Cortex, an AI-powered research assistant designed to put that power directly in your pocket. Over the last few years, we spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours talking to investors and traders on Robinhood to understand how you all trade and do research. And we've learned repeatedly that, among other things, you guys look at 4 big things. First, the market data to understand price trends and technical signals. Second, the news for any breaking stories and expert analysis. Third, company fundamentals and financials, like earnings reports directly from the source. And fourth, even trends of how your peers and other retail investors are trading. Robinhood Cortex brings all 4 of these inputs together, see what we did there, into a single powerful tool engineered to accelerate your research. Unlike some other AIs, Cortex only looks at the highest quality data sources to power its analysis, and then combines it with real-time market data and proprietary data from Robinhood on how retail is trading on Robinhood, with the goal of giving you all signal and no noise. Today, I want to give you a sneak peek at the first 2 ways Robinhood Cortex will transform your Robinhood experience. So let's jump in. All right, so the first is Stock Digest. Raise your hands if you've ever gotten a price movement alert from Robinhood that a stock moved over 5%, opened the stock page, and wondered why, what's going on today?
Yeah.
A lot of us have been having that experience recently. Well, this is a question that almost every trader and investor has every single day. I have it every day, and there's no great way to get an answer today. You have to sift through all sorts of... We got the wrong device up there, but...
Just ignore that.
Yeah, let's keep going. So you have to sift through all sorts of data to piece together a hypothesis, and it really sucks. So we're gonna make this way better. Let's take a look. So let's go to my positions and see if there's any stock that's moved. It's quite a red day, but Vlad, do you want to pick a stock for us to dive into?
Let's do Tesla.
All right, let's look at Tesla. So this page is a little bit familiar, but there's this new thing at the bottom that says, what's going on with Tesla today? So if I scroll to the bottom, Robinhood Cortex will start its work and generate a digest on what happened today. So we've been using this for a bit. I can tell you from personal experience, I feel like I learn something new every day when I use Robinhood Cortex. So here, I can learn about the European sales data that just came out. If I scroll down, I can hear a little bit about the Canada EV rebate program. If I scroll further down, I can learn a little bit about what's going on with the AI and robotics initiatives. There's 2 other things I love about Digest. The first is our team has put in so much work to make sure that Cortex is as accurate as possible. So in doing so, Cortex cites its sources. At the bottom, you can scroll through the data that it's using to generate the digest and dive deeper on your own if you want to. The second thing is, just like the insights on Robinhood strategies, you may not want to read. If you're on the go, or if you're on your commute, or you're on the train, or you just want to read, you'll be able to listen to them. So you can get real-time content about the stocks that you care about, no more generic podcasts. And yes, we're looking to bring it into cryptocurrencies as well.
That's sick.
Very exciting.
I do like that.
I do like that. I think it'd be good for the show.
The second thing I want to show you is Trade Builder. So Vlad already stole this question, but how many of you in the audience trade options? Okay, a few of you. How many of you are curious about options trading? Okay, so a lot more of you. So like Vlad said, options trading can be complicated. There's a lot of different inputs you need to figure out. So we've designed Trade Builder to help break down the steps of creating a trade 1 step at a time. So now, because this is an AI demo, we're going to use NVIDIA, but nothing you see here is a recommendation. Had to say that. So the first thing I'm going to do is hit this new build button underneath the chart. And I want you all to pay close attention. The team put a ton of work into this animation. Trade Builder will launch, Cortex will awaken, and it'll generate some insights on NVIDIA. So there's 2 things I love about this. The first step is selecting a price and time target. So if I need some ideas, I can tap into Cortex, and I can learn different types of analysis. Here, there's some technical analysis, there's some fundamental analysis, and there's also some analyst outlook. It's a great way to learn new ways to analyze stocks. The second is converting my thesis into strategies. So let's go back to the price chart, enter in a price and time target, enter in a budget for this trade. Let's say 20,000. Vlad, don't take this out of my salary.
Big trade, Abhishek.
You know, it's a big account. So, all right, let's hit find trades. And Trade Builder will screen the market for potential strategies. It's really magical. Here, I've got some spreads. I've got some long calls, or even the ability to buy some shares. I heard some holies in the crowd, so it sounds like you're excited. If I'm interested in this call spread, I can tap in and learn more. If I'm ready to trade, I can go straight to the order form. But what I love to do, and what I think you more experienced options traders out there are going to love, is going to our new side-by-side chain, where the spread will be pre-filled, and I can fine-tune the strategy. Oh, never mind. I can fine-tune the strategy directly.
Purple app he was
It's
in.
going to be really cool.
By the way, for the options traders in the audience who are paying attention, this side-by-side chain is new, and it's not just coming for Cortex. It's coming to the options experience over the next few weeks, and it's really dope. I think you're really gonna love it.
Dope.
You got a sneak peek product drop in there.
What was the purple?
I think that might just be like.
I think Trade Builder is going to be a great way for you to learn new ways to analyze stocks and explore new strategies. We can't wait to bring Robinhood Cortex to more of the Robinhood app. Back to you, Vlad.
Well done.
Robinhood strategies and Robinhood Cortex.
How long before Cortex can do your job?
I hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I'd love to retire soon.
All right, these are just the first two places where you'll see Cortex leveling up your Robinhood experience. We're making use of the most advanced reasoning models and building a lot of the infrastructure on top with the goal of giving you leading edge insights and analysis, along with results that are both interpretable and hallucination free. And those are big, important things when you're dealing with financial data. Also, if you're a gold subscriber, Cortex will be available this fall for no additional fee. I think you'll really be happy with what it can do for you. All right, with that, why don't we go from the future to the past? In 1874, this building that we're standing in, the San Francisco Mint, was first opened. It securely held at one point about a third of the United States gold reserves, back in the days when the dollar was backed by gold. Then a gold deposit might take a week or more to be converted into money that you can actually use. Of course, banking has changed a lot since then. Nowadays, if you want money, you go to an ATM. No waiting a week for your gold to be smelted. And no waiting in the slow line for a bank teller either. So, anyone here go to an ATM to withdraw cash? Okay, quite a few people. Did you know that 16% of all payments in the US are still made in cash? Still cash payments. You ever get a little worried when you go to an ATM? All the skimmers and people following you, looking over your shoulder? Especially in San Francisco, right? Can be a little scary. You're right to be concerned. According to the most recent statistics, ATM crime incidents went up 600% between 2019 and 2022. In that same period, average Americans went to an ATM 4 to 5 times a month to get cash. So, despite all the technological advancements we've made in the past few decades, banking still hasn't progressed that much past the branch office and the ATM until now. Groceries come to you, meals come to you, cars come to you. What if your bank came to you? Starting this year, Robinhood is bringing the technology of on-demand delivery to financial services. So you could be sitting at home and decide to get a cash delivery the same way you'd want to order an Uber or a Postmates.
What?
So should we try it out?
Yeah.
What did he just say? A cash
I'll do
delivery?
this just for the fun of it.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
this
of
shit is
course.
kind of funny now. Like, are we trolling? Is this my weed money?
Okay,
Like, I don't want to
maybe
get it.
$200 is fine. That's enough to buy some eggs. So you just select the amount. I can tip my driver. I'll do $7 because I'm generous.
Because I'm a
It's
billionaire.
going. And look at that. if you've used on-demand logistics app, you'll be pretty familiar with how this works. I can see myself right there in San Francisco. The driver's on their way, and estimated time of arrival, 7-Eleven, 10 minutes. That's pretty quick. So in the past, cash delivery was a service that some private bankers offered their high-end customers. It wouldn't work exactly like this, though. The cash would be a much larger amount and would usually make its way to you in an armored vehicle. And also, this was a very expensive service. There are also a lot of other incredible high-end services that private bankers offer exclusively to their high net worth clients while shutting out the rest of the bank's customers. Well, those days of shutting everyone out are coming to an end, because we believe that banking doesn't have to mean driving to a branch office and waiting in line to open up a joint savings account with a 0.4% interest rate. Banking shouldn't be spending half an hour on the phone with customer service just to approve a wire transfer. And banking definitely shouldn't be you at a teller window with all your IDs while the wealthier customers can text their private banker directly. So while I'm waiting for my cash to come in, let me introduce you to your third member of your financial team, your private banker. Maybe you had a little preview of it. So here to talk to you about what this actually means and what banking should be is the same team that brought you the Robinhood Gold card, the Robinhood Gold credit card. These guys have been cooking, and I'm excited for them to introduce you to our groundbreaking expansion in a whole new service area, Robinhood Banking. So please welcome
Robinhood Banking.
Deepak Rao.
Robinhood Strategy.
Come on up, gentlemen.
Robinhood Cortex, and Robinhood Banking.
Thank you, Vlad. It's so nice to be here. Before I go into the demo, I'll tell you a little bit about Sid and I. I have known Sid for almost 20 years. Everyone in the crowd can see he's taller than I am. He's also a lot smarter than I am. But I think people here, especially these guys, they'll admit that I'm way better looking than you, man, because you're not going to get everything. Sorry.
We'll let the audience judge that. As Deepak often says, not everyone gets everything.
These Indian guys
But
arguing.
that changes today with Robinhood Banking.
They call it checking.
Last year, we asked ourselves, what does private banking look like when it's freed from its constraints of physical locations and legacy technologies? What we came up with is a banking product like no other. It combines an incredible digital experience that you've come to expect from Robinhood with some never-before-seen features that we're really excited to show you. Deepak, let's get it going.
Cool. OK, you're going to see my screen in a little bit. Before I go into it, I'm going to tell you the first time I actually made a bank account. It was 18 years ago at the Stanford University campus. I stood in line for 45 minutes, filled a bunch of paper forms. I got photocopies of all my IDs. And after 2 hours in the bank, I came out of the bank with my bank accounts and a business card of the bank manager who never picked up my phone ever afterwards. So we're going to show you how easy it is to do it on Robinhood. So I'm going to click Get Started. Since I'm already a customer, all my information is already here. I'm going to click Confirm. This is my address. I don't live that far from here, so you're all welcome if you guys want an after party. I'm going to click Continue. And this is it. This is the last screen. Once I agree to the terms, my accounts will be created. So let's do that and see how long it takes. It's doing its thing. And boom, that's it. Both my savings and checking accounts are ready.
So this is new?
Yeah, they didn't have
Another reason many of us stick with our legacy bank accounts is because of how painful it is to move to a new bank account. In particular, no one, and I mean no one, wants to log into their payroll provider and switch their direct deposit. And so we've taken this tedious step and made it into a magical moment.
OK, you're all going to love this. So I'm going to click Continue to show you how easy it is to switch your direct deposit. So once I click Continue, instead of going to these like yucky payroll provider websites where you have to go find the password, then figure out how to log in, then change your direct deposit, we're going to do this automatically for you. So you never have to leave the app. It's going to take 2 taps. So I'm going to click Continue. I'm going to move my entire paycheck over to Robinhood Banking. Once I click Confirm, it should be done. So let's click Confirm. It's going to do its thing. Boom, that's it. My direct deposit has moved over to Robinhood Banking.
How do they do the info?
This shows you how easy and fast it is to open and start using your Robinhood banking account.
1 to 2 pay.
When we surveyed the landscape of private banking apps, we pretty quickly realized that private bankers are not the best at building beautiful products. So now we're going to pivot and show you the experience for an existing Robinhood banking customer, where you'll see the amount of chiseling that has gone into making this magical product.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to click done, and you'll see how the app looks now. So let's do that. This is the new home screen. I think people didn't clap, so I'm going to show them the
Tough crowd,
again.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, exactly. This is how the animation looks. Maybe then they'll like it. So, thank you. Thank you. This is the new net worth screen. So here I can see my entire net worth right in front of my fingertips.
Oh, I needed a new net worth.
The last time I was on stage, our stock was about $15. So as you can see, I've already had a very good year. Thank you, Vlad.
You're almost there, Deepak. Almost there.
Yes, I think I'm almost. But jokes aside, you'll see all my assets and liabilities are here. So even my house that I showed you before is being incorporated here under my assets. And you can see all my liabilities, my credit cards, my mortgages. You can literally see your entire net worth right in front of you, all in like one single screen.
Whoa.
Every private banker sends their clients a monthly net worth report, that too by mail. We took this boring, stale concept and made it digital and magical. First of all, you're going to want to open this every single day because it's real time for your Robinhood accounts. As your NVIDIA position fluctuates or your Doge holdings go up, your net worth will change instantly. Secondly, it's frictionless. Your Robinhood brokerage, banking, credit cards, all show up here without lifting a finger. So does your home's value, mortgage, other liabilities. All this without having to juggle fragile bank connections that keep breaking on you.
Nothing's going to break in this demo. Yeah, we're going to do a good job. So talking about banking, I'm going to show you my banking accounts across like my partner and my family. So this is like my cash balance across my banking accounts. You'll see I have an individual checking account. I have a joint savings account with my wife. And I have also an account for my baby. He's 9 months old. We start early in the Rao family. My wife and I made a pact that every time he's going to sleep more than 4 hours, we're going to pay him some money, just allowance. He has $450. He's really not doing well. He's 10 months old, but we still love him. So.
Last year, we showed you how the Robinhood Gold Card became the first credit card designed for the entire family. With banking, we've taken it a step further and designed every aspect of the product with your family in mind. We have accounts for children with allowances and spending controls. We have joint accounts for spouses. In fact, our savings accounts are designed for couples to save together for the goals that matter the most to them.
Yeah, check this out. This is a college fund that like my wife and I have made for our son. I'm going to click on it and you'll see the progress. He's obviously not sleeping enough, so the allowance is not going to cut it. So we have put matters in our own hands and trying to do a better job here.
And of course, all these savings goals get Robinhood's industry-leading savings rate, which is 9x the national average, and can get you to your goals faster. Now, a private banker also helps with other aspects of their clients' financial lives. Take taxes. They find the right CPA, send them relevant tax documents, and generally make filing taxes a breeze. With Robinhood Banking, you can prepare and file taxes right from the app. Your Robinhood tax documents are automatically pre-filled, and at any point, you can talk to an expert CPA and get help. For clients with families, a private banker will always put you in touch with an estate lawyer to create a family trust. With Robinhood Banking, you can start creating a trust for your family right from the app. This allows you to protect your wealth and also control when your children inherit it.
Yeah, he's definitely going to wait till 35, my son. No way.
Wise choice, man. Wise choice.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, talking about family and people you love, let's show you how easy it is to send money to your loved ones. It's going to show up in the screen.
Yes,
the user interface is so nice that
feature.
you're even going to love sending money to people you hate but have to pay either ways. So for the demo, we're going to stick with people we love. So we're going to talk about my dad. My dad, you might remember him from last time. He lives in India. He drives like the oldest Honda you would have ever seen. I'm going to tell you a story, really not making this up. This literally happened a few weeks ago. So his car is so old that 2 officials from the Delhi Transport Department, they came to our house in the middle of the night and they just took his car away. Seriously, you can I promise I'm not making it up. So he's been without a car for the last few weeks. Since we love him, let's send him some money. So I'm gonna click plus. We're gonna select that route. I'm gonna click confirm. Let's send him $1,000 just because he's nice. And you'll notice that he's gonna get money in Indian rupees, which will get automatically converted to the currency that he's based in. So
that's nice.
Press confirm. Look at the screen. You would seriously love this. Just look at the animation. I'm going to swipe up this bad boy, and then boom, that's it. He's just going to get the money.
Is that sent by phone number? Do they have to have the app?
Private bankers hide the hassles and complexity of moving money from their clients. The client just tells the private banker to move money, and they don't care if it's a wire or international transfer. We took the same ethos and created a simple and iconic experience for sending money. Whether you're sending a wire to buy a home, paying a bill, or sending money abroad, all it takes is that single magical swipe. Now, switching gears, there's a fun side to private bankers too. They often call their clients on a Thursday afternoon and offer tickets to the 49ers game that weekend. I will admit it is a pretty cool perk. With Robinhood Banking, we want to take these perks to the next level, which is why the product is packed with some outrageous perks.
You're going to love this. So as you can tell, I have an immaculate fashion sense. So I've always, sorry. I've always wanted to go to the Met Gala. It's in New York. It's going to happen in a couple of weeks. So now you can actually request tickets directly from your Robinhood Banking app. And every time I've been to New York, you always get stuck at the airport from going from JFK to the city, or the traffic is horrific. So now if you're going to the Met Gala and you want to not cramp your style, you can actually get a helicopter ride straight from the Robinhood Banking app and then go from the airport to the city. You can also book private chauffeurs. You can get private jet travel. You can get members-only vacation clubs. And there's a lot more. There's Formula One.
Wait, can you go back to that pyramid?
Yes, Pat, I knew you were going to ask for
pyramid?
I think we're going to take a jet and figure out what the inside story is. But there's so much more you can do here. You can get tickets to Formula One. It's on my birthday. And tickets to Coachella.
Deepak, I know you're getting a little bit excited by this, but how about we check in on how Vlad's cash delivery is doing?
Thank you, man. Thank you for keeping me in check. Let's go. Let's check out. Oh, the
very
cash
close.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Vladimir Tenev?
Yes, that is me.
I'm not sure why they gave me a microphone, but cash delivery.
Why? Thank you.
Just sign here.
Oh, I need to sign. Okay.
That's so dumb.
That's how you're going to get cash.
Wow. Very convenient, guys. Convenient and time saving.
I'm not sure why they gave me a microphone.
I thought it was a pretty good presentation, Deepak. What do you think? What do you think, Vlad? Was that good? Was that pretty good?
It was very good.
We're getting tips, man.
Why not?
Oh, wow.
You guys have done
100.
great
Thank you.
work.
Thank you.
We'll take the tip. Thank you. Thank you so
Give him
much.
my hand. If I do the helicopter, will it just land in the roof here, or do I? Okay, maybe next time. Thanks, Deepak and Sid. Now, you might be wondering, where on your phone is all this banking going to happen? Well, yes, it's your credit card app, your very own credit card app, which is going to turn into your banking app. And check out that new icon.
Checking apps right now.
Yeah, the team has done a very nice job chiseling this icon along with the entire app. I think you're really going to like it. It's really beautiful. So one of the reasons why private banking has only been for the wealthy is that nobody, at least to my knowledge, has figured out how to digitize and scale the experience before. Now it can be for everyone, along with a 4% annual percentage yield, and as you can tell, a much nicer app experience. Robinhood Banking will be launching this fall exclusively for Gold members, and we think you're really going to like it. You can sign up for early access right here. So, your financial team is now in place. You have your investment advisor, Robinhood Strategies, your research assistant, Robinhood Cortex, and your private banker, Robinhood Banking. I really hope you have incredible success exploring these new services. We've done a lot of work. We've worked really hard to make it as easy for you as possible. And in the future, we look forward to expanding this team even further for you and continuing to give you the advantages of both the latest technology and the latest advances in the next generation intelligence systems. Also, I'd be remiss not to mention this. You have until the end of the month to take advantage of our Gold Month offers. So these include our 1,000 gold bar giveaway, very fun. You get real gold, 2% account transfer bonus, and a 1% crypto deposit boost. This is for gold subscribers only. So if you're thinking of joining, there's no better time than now. There's four days left till the end of the month. And by the way, I should mention this 2% account transfer boost is probably one of the best deals I've seen. One of the best deals available since that grain boost on that Sumerian tablet I showed you at the beginning. All right. As
Nobody
I mentioned earlier, throughout history, technology and innovation has typically led to greater access. Over the next several decades, 124 trillion is going to be handed down from older generations to younger, including many of the gold members in this room. You may have heard about this, the Great Wealth Transfer, the largest movement of assets in human history. We'll be working really hard to make sure you're ready for this. With strategies, with Cortex, with banking, we're putting the pieces in place so that we can fulfill your daily and your lifetime financial needs. And there's plenty more to come, some of which you'll hear about at our first crypto event in France in just 3 months. So
in June.
We look forward to seeing what you make possible with this financial technology for yourselves, but also for everyone. Thanks for coming. We'll see you in France this summer.
You got it.
Yeah. Look at my beard. All right. How'd you like it?
It was cool. Now I've got a lot of questions.
It was not as cool as the Legend event, I gotta say. The Legend event seemed like it was more theatrical, but you're trying to get serious. So
maybe it wasn't as theatrical, but what they released is absolutely mind-blowing. They're really about to be the everything financial app. Everything that you need. It's gonna be your actual one-stop shop. And when we talk about democratizing finance and letting the little guy have a piece of the life for the 1%, access to Met Gala tickets, perks and privileges, the private jet, members only clubs, all that. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think the bank out of the three, the banking was the most exciting to me.
Yeah, I think the banking was the best as well. I do like the money sharing, but the only thing that I can't get out of my head is
how they're gonna double their gold users in 1 week. That was crazy.
Yeah, is how much fucking Vlad looks like this gentleman here. I almost felt it was done intentional. What
I love that he grew his hair back out.
Is that not him right there?
That is so him.
It looks just like him. That's Vlad in cartoon form. I
feel like he had to cut his hair to be taken seriously for a little bit when his company was facing some not great publicity. But now that we don't talk about those days, Laura. But now that we're back on top, Vlad's like, I'm bringing the hair back, guys.
Hey, you know how the Studio Ghibli edits have been going like crazy? Those animations that we should do one of Vlad. He would probably look just like that guy.
Yeah.
So funny.
I think it was cool to see NFT guy. I mean, Alex Fenn there. I didn't mean to dead name him, but Alex Fenn was there. I don't know. I mean, I look forward to there's a few things that I think that would be great for the show. And I got to kind of take it back to that as a producer, but one, I definitely think that we do the live money thing just to see how it works. I think that'd be great. Two, I thought the options thing was kind of cool because I don't know anything about options. I know that Eddie, you do, but I think it'd be a cool thing to like be able to highlight on the show and do live. I still got a little bit of coin in there, I think, that we can play with. I'd
like that it gave you like an amount too. It was like whatever stock you're interested in, you want to play with $2,000, and it lines you up a bunch of strategies.
Yeah, that and the news feature I think is going to be
news feature
for the show. Like, oh, it dropped 5%. What the fuck happened? I don't have to sift through a bunch of stories. It's going to come up with it right away.
Speaking of 5%, guys, we're at 5.5% in after hours trading post Lost City of Gold reveal. So
yeah, and up 200% from our last viewership right out the gate. So I want to point that out since we're talking about increase. The other thing is that I do worry a little bit myself about look at that. Is that my wallet? Okay.
61, like she said, up 4.2%, just like we like it, guys.
And I'm still gonna say this, that I will still trust Eddie without his Series 7 to work with my money than I will.
Oh, you see, Vlad just got his Series 7, bro. Wow, bro.
That was hilarious. They're so funny the way they rip off each other. That made me laugh.
So yeah, congratulations on the Series 7. But I would still trust Eddie with it. Now Eddie would probably just go and use those AI tools. But you know, I don't know that I feel comfortable with the AI stuff.
Well, I love that they really are trying to lock you onto the app instead of going to Grok, because if you looked how they had the digest of like, hey, here's where you can look at where this was posted, or here's the citing our sources. That's exactly the same layout that Grok has of like, here's the citing and sources, here's the link to the article or the post or whatever. I love that they synthesize it just like the Grok deep search does, but you don't have to go to the different apps, find that, do that. Now everything is all right there. You don't have to go to different places to be searching.
Sending money to your friends too. Like, I think this is really important too, because it's like, when I want to send money to Brittany and I don't want her just spending it, it's like if I was sending it straight to her Robinhood app, to 100% of the time, that's probably going to get invested. You know, it's much harder to like pull it out of there. So I think that will be awesome just to send money to people using it like Cash App, you know.
Also the peer data, instead of checking the timeline, what is retail saying? Here's what your peers are saying. Here's how they're investing. Here's how, not just what the market makers and the analysts, the financial and the fundamental analysts are doing. Here's what the everyday retail investor is doing. I kind of like that part a lot.
So how is that money being sent? Does that mean that person has to have the Robinhood app? I can't just send it to like my mom who doesn't have it, or my kids who don't have it?
It's just like, I think
possibly the Robinhood wallet. Maybe you don't need the whole brokerage app, but you probably will need the wallet app.
Yeah, so from what they said, they're changing the credit card app into the banking app, which makes sense. Credit cards, banks, it all goes together. A lot of people would look at this and be like, oh, is Robinhood trying to be a bank? I would say no, because of the fact that they just named one little system banking. You know, this is just one little thread. They're not trying to become a bank, because once you become a bank, you have to get a charter, and it limits you on like your crypto stuff. And it's like, it's just kind of all mixed up right now. So like, banks cannot participate in crypto in the way that brokerages do. So Robinhood is just becoming an ultimate brokerage by adding banking features in there, like spending, saving, and obviously transfers. Yeah.
Also, the management fees for the gold member, we were talking about maybe Robinhood will grandfather us in for certain things, but the gold membership fees being, the management fees being capped at $250 compared to $50K for the average robo investor. That's crazy that we'll get that locked in. We don't know how long. Also, if you remember, Vlad said $5. It was $5. Like, it felt like he was about to announce a change for gold member pricing.
It did.
Did you see that?
I felt that. Yeah.
He was about to, and then
he was like, "Oh, it's $5.
Okay.
It's still $5."
Yeah, he was like, and last month it was $5. And it's still $5, and then he just kept it pushing. So
I'm telling you, they're reading my comments. I'm like, grandfather the people who already believe in gold.
I called
grandfather
that in the Hood Retail Show. We called that.
And bump the price up for other people.
Yeah, here's your cutoff day. Join it by then.
You mentioned the benefits are till the end of the month, right? Like you mentioned right there, like you still got time to capitalize on this. And one of those benefits is that it's $5 a month, right? You know what I mean? So you're probably right.
Yeah.
And I don't think they go up more. I think they go up like 7, maybe 10, but I don't see it getting to 15 right now.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
But also, if it does happen within the next few months, you locking it in for what, $416, paying the $50 annual. I think that's a much smarter move, probably.
Yeah, and that's what we did. So we're good there.
Yes. So they said they're gonna double the gold users too. So for everyone who don't have a gold card, it seems like we're on the list to get the gold card at this point.
So I'm on some Dave Ramsey shit right now, so I'm not even trying to like fuck around with credit or do any. There's nothing I'm doing with it right now. So I think that's cool for people who want to use it. For right now, you can keep your 3% cash back. I'm going to keep 100% of my cash and spend it as I need it on reducing some of these other interest rates. But yeah, no, I think that's where I'm at.
This is a personal finance show. I do want to say a credit hack. If you have a big life-changing event happening soon, get a 0% interest card, max it out, do what you need to do. Wait until that time's up. Save it in an interest-bearing account that is going to earn at least, 3-4%, and then pay it off that same month that it's due.
Well, look at the new accounts that they have now with the family stuff. You're able to create funds, and so like in one of them they have like the college fund or whatever for the kid. But like in Brittany and I's situation, we would create probably a fund just for credit cards. Like so when we go swipe credit cards, instead of paying them immediately and not getting really any benefit except for the cash back, you basically use that time until the next payment's due, and you earn money you earn interest on your money that you're going to use as that payment. But by keeping it separate in these little buckets, you're able to kind of like visualize where everything's supposed to be. So I think that will be a good one. Like she said,
also, that's a way to have more credit card companies reach out to you with more offers, because they see, hey, they just maxed out this card and they haven't made payments to pay that off. Yeah, I'm sure they might do the same with us. And then you just know, boom, I'm about to pay this off, and easy peasy, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, this is gonna really push the credit angle for Robinhood, and I think Robinhood already has 8 to 9 credit lines that make over 100 mil a year, right? So they already have all these diversified ways to get revenue, but the credit card one hasn't really popped off yet. And I feel like this year is going to be the year where they take off. Not only are we not going to be a bank, but we're going to be like a brokerage disguised as a bank, which makes us better. In my opinion, brokerages are going to be better than banks.
With them doubling the gold member subscription, they were at 1.5 million. Now they're at 3.2 million. It seems like they really will have that, Costco membership kind of like, yeah, we have some loss leaders here, but the annual membership is really where we make our money.
Hey, yo, shout out to these folks in the chat. Lord is letting everyone in the chat use his black credit card. Whitelist available now. That is not true. That is not happening. What else we got here? JB, FYI, the banking is not by Robinhood. It's by an affiliate, Coastal Community Bank. So that's an interesting thing to learn.
Yeah. So what I really like about Robinhood is that they offer FDIC insurance, right? For anyone who's using their cash sweep program or anything like that, their savings program. And they all actually give you like 9 times more FDIC insurance. So from a bank, like if I'm just going to my bank, I believe it's, what is it, $250K or something that they can give you.
Credit 100K. Yeah.
Robinhood is going to give you like $2 million in FDIC insurance because they partner with these individual banks.
Either 12 or 16. So the combination of all of that is $2 million insurance.
Yeah, you get about 2.5 mil in insurance.
Yeah, that's interesting from JB because I was wondering how's Robinhood doing it, because those seem to be like strong banking features, and I thought maybe that I was just ignorant of it, and that like just because it's checking and saving doesn't make it a bank, and that's how we're able to do it. But it turns out they're actually partnering with a bank. So that's cool. Money Marsh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to read that. Yeah, Money Marsh went off and said, Laura, even on a Ramsey system, you charge on your card, earn 3%, and then pay off it full at the end of the month. So you get no interest, and now you're up 3% on money you were already going to spend.
Boom.
Yeah, and that's what we were kind of trying to say. you just can't get carried away with the credit card acting like it's free money. Like every time that's what I was saying. Every time you swipe that card, when you to collect that 3%, you need to pay that card right now. Now, not physically pay the card, put it away to the side so that you can pay it when it's due. And then when you pay it when it's due, you don't get charged interest. You get to keep that 3%. And then, then we're looking at the perks and stuff that we need to redeem instead of how much money we owe.
Shout out Angel, Yo Lore. Natalie says, if you don't have money to pay this ish off, be responsible. Everybody on the chat doesn't need a credit card. I am 100% one of those people in the chat that does not need another credit card. That's me.
Once again, NFA.
Not financial advice.
Yeah, what'll end up happening is that I will, I'll go your system. I'll forget to pay it, and then now I owe 26%. Instead of getting my 3%.
Don't forget to pay it, because the way this works though is that it's like not using your 401k. That 4% match is free money. So you put 4% of your payroll check up every month to go in your 401k. Your employer matches it. If you don't put anything in, you don't get the 4%, right? You don't get any match. So that's what this is like you put something in, you're gonna get that 3%, but in order to do it, you got to pay it off. But again, everybody's not responsible enough to pay their credit card off at the end of the year. I think Robinhood makes it really easy to skip paying your card, because from what I've seen, they actually allow these points to get accumulated and put into the Robinhood app to be invested. So you're getting 3% back in like points, but the rollover ends up being in an app instead. So
interesting. Fuck it. Any more takeaways from the event?
I really like that they did cash delivery for, specifically, he mentioned talking about San Fran, because we've seen so many horrible videos of people taking money out of the bank, getting followed home with large quantities, and being robbed at gunpoint. So it is serious in California when you take cash out of the ATM. I like that. Obviously, the top 1%, they offer this if you're getting that kind of withdrawal, but to have that kind of availability, that was a nice
why did they decide on someone bringing cash to them, like Lyft, like Uber? Like what brought that up? Because it's like
it's the wild west out here.
And when you look into old wealth management stuff, you're gonna find a bunch of quirky stuff that like made sense then. I don't know if this is, I think it's cool. We should definitely try it. I don't know how many people are going to use it though. Like, oh, I need cash right now. Like, I feel like I can make moves to go get cash and get to where I need to go faster than someone trying to make it to me.
Sometimes I think that would, all right. So there are, so that's one feature that I was like, would I use that? The only problem is the fee on it, a $7 fee. I can go to an ATM and get the money for free, but sometimes going to the ATM is just a pain in the ass in general. Cause it's like, where the fuck is there one around me? How far do I got to go get it? But if Gorgeous and I are getting ready to go out and I'm like, bro, I need cash, and I can just have it delivered to the house, that is kind of wild. You know what I mean? Instead of having to like, I'm getting ready, she's getting ready, and then there's just cash inside of your mailbox. That's kind of sick.
Well, what if you run a business that a lot of your purchase orders are closed out in cash in meeting? And instead of paying for that wire transfer or something, $7 cash fee versus the wire transfer fee, I would take that every day.
Yeah, and if you're on like a real serious day too, like a whatever, a wedding, an event, a birthday you can't leave, an event you're hosting, maybe you're throwing an event and you can't go nowhere but you need cash. This is the best way than giving someone your card to go make an errand for you to have it.
So what about somebody that runs an ATM machine? You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, what if you needed the pizza, bro? What if you're like trying to order your pizza and they're like, oh, like, we give cash deals or whatever like that, or you're at a car place. There's so many situations where cash makes sense. Weed, people are buying their paraphernalia with cash, or everybody's not swiping a debit card for that. So I think there's some use cases, but I'm not.
Also, even just foreign currency exchange, you're thinking, okay, I have to go to the airport, go to TSA, go to the monetary exchange in downtown. You want to change your currency? Boom, you can just transfer it there, transfer it with stablecoins, do what you need to do, and get that cash right there and pay the $7 fee. I like that so much more.
Yeah, the bank is not. It, like my bank, even like sometimes the ATM's down too, so that would just make sense as like someone hits the run and comes for me. I didn't like the fee either, but we'll see where that's at. Maybe
there's a way to waive it if you're a gold member. Maybe,
or wait longer and pay
yeah.
cheaper, something like that. You know, it's like, oh, I can wait 30 minutes, so let me pay $2.
Also, I really like for the AI research assistant that the name was Cortex, the thinking part of the brain. Yeah, the part that is most, it's the consciousness of the brain. The branding Cortex. That they just continue to roll out and provide us is where it's special.
So we went over the banking one. We went over the Cortex is just pretty much AI, like giving us good information. And then the strategies one, I felt like that might have just been one they brought because they were already offering like customized portfolios and stuff. But this one definitely makes it feel like they're giving you a little bit more. They said that there's going to be insights anytime a change happens. They said you can customize it a little bit yourself, like once you've selected your portfolio. And I think overall, just being able to set a limit and get some training on options, like maybe you want to make a move on Hood and everybody's saying Robinhood's going up, sell some covered calls. Robinhood's going down, sell some cash secured puts. You're like, what does this mean? I don't know. I have $500, but I want to participate and I believe in this company. So you go, you put in your stuff and you put in, oh, I want to play with $500. And it gives you different options that you can play and where it could lead to. Hey, if you're bullish, this is where that's at. If you're bearish, this is where that would go.
Yeah, the trade builder is a nice touch, even though they did have a few of those strategies for the recommended portfolio, the editable options for that of how you want to build it. You plug in your time horizon, your risk, all of that. But the trade builder, I do feel like they did that kind of more in depth, and that was a nice add-on for people that are getting into options and futures.
Do you guys remember the limit on the cash? Marshall was asking.
Yeah,
what was the cash?
I don't think they. I was going to get to that. I don't think they mentioned the cash limit.
Yeah, $200. It doesn't make sense. $200K, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Send me armor delivery guy.
Yeah, send me the armor delivery guy, please.
Shout out to the bot. Shout out to the bot on YouTube. Just a random, crazy, insane comment. Trump is regarded as concept of a plan as tariffs, but change them. That has no point in the conversation. But thank you for dropping a line. I'm glad that we have made it to bot world. Where
another thing,
political takes.
Bro, another thing that really came in on the banking was the estate planning. Like, how cool is that, though, that you're able to have this family function? You can have a child's account on there, right? Yeah. So you can teach kids how to learn how to invest. You can kind of reward them through that app, right? And then you have the estate planning where you can do the trust and the will. And this is just important because before, it was basically you can only have a beneficiary as a person listed. So now trusts are allowed to kind of take over the account and delegate how someone would want it to be. And then you get the professional tax advice on the banking side too. So they're saying that you're going to get access to someone who's like a tax professional. Now, they're not going to always be like just giving you advice as you go. You're going to have to kind of seek it and know what you want. But I think that's cool too, because everybody's going to know people with taxes. So
also the future button that they added for the what your money in the market, what you can do. It's basically a compounding calculator times 10 because it allows you to add, this is how you're going to behave, and this will be the payoff for your behavior. I love that future button built in that they added.
And then let's not forget how the currencies change to the local currency when you send it.
Yeah.
So it's like my friend's in UK and I want to send him $100 for his birthday to say turn up. And they go, oh, okay, cool. And then he receives pounds, and that's revolutionary. And Brittany even pointed out, I bet you that they're settling in stable coins because it's something Robinhood already does on the weekend. So
that's where that fee is cut out.
Yeah, that's where you're able to get this forex, foreign exchange money, and you're able to swap it almost immediately and settle the funds because you do it in stable coins. And it's just it's definitely something that they're changing too.
And this is why banking needs to allow
everybody right now go to Robinhood.com, right? Go to /gold. Okay, go to Robinhood and then scroll down. There's a part right there that says unlock private banking to learn more. You're going to click on that and you're going to go and you're going to request early access if you guys want early access to that. So this is when you got to get your early access in. Make sure you put your email in there, the email that you use with Robinhood, of course. And I obviously want to have a first look at this because I want to review some of this stuff. But this is the trajectory that Robinhood's going. They're not opting for a charter. They're opting for brokerages being better than banks and offering banking services. So it says I'm all set. Stay tuned for fall 2025. I just put my email in there.
Boom, all set. We got this.
Mine doesn't show that.
Oh, you got to get on your app, man. You got to get on the phone app. I'm not sure what this desktop's doing.
No, you're logged into the account.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, search it outside of being logged. Go to robinhood.gold .com/.
But you have to sign.
Yeah, I'm there.
It took me to the landing page, and then I did the join the private banking.
Oh, do I not have it? I don't have it shared. No, I do have it shared.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, have you taken advantage of any of the transfer bonuses?
The only thing that I ever do is with you is when the only time I'm ever on this is with you guys.
If you have any crypto right now,
Lord, what? That's the only time you use the app is when we're doing this live?
Yeah, 100%.
We need to get his next check direct deposited.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I was thinking about it, but it makes me nervous, dude. Here's the thing that terrifies me is that and it terrifies me because of what I've seen Brit go through is having all of my shit in one place and then it's just fucking gone. And then when they go, we're gonna pay you back. It's fucking.
That wasn't protected by anything, though. There was no FDIC. There was no SIPC. There was no CryptoZar. There was nothing involved. You see how many times Robinhood gets checked by the CFTC or by the SEC, whoever. They get checked so many times doing absolutely nothing, basically. There was actually rules in place. There's legalese. There's so much that they can't just fuck around, Vlad would go to everybody. It wouldn't be the same situation as Alex Mashinsky with Celsius. But I feel you, Laura. That's why my grandfather, my lifetime accounts are still on Fidelity. And I am working to transfer some of them over. Next family meeting is going to go crazy.
Yes,
now that we have all this to work
with. just so we get through some of this banking stuff, though, from the Masters to Met Gala, get tickets to events like Met Gala, Oscars, F1 Grand Prix, Coachella. You can get access to these different situations: private jet travel, global private chauffeurs, luxury helicopter rides,
private jet,
members only vacation clubs, and then obviously they did the cash delivery. No need to search for ATM. Let me see if they have any rules or anything on that, because that does seem subject to a limit. They have the accounts for us, your partner, the kids. You can wire checks, you can do international transfers, and the banking side is probably my most excited.
Is this separate from the Robinhood app? Is there a Robinhood Gold?
Yeah, it's going to be in the Robinhood credit card app is what it's going to be. The credit card app, which is it was a gold logo. They're going to change that over
to the banking, the private banking.
Which makes sense. I got to hit the trolls real quick. Number one, it does make me laugh is that said Trump is regarded. And now I'm sitting back after the third beer kicks in, I realize he did not mean regarded. Hilarious. All right, it came through. And then the homeboy, we gotta work on your English here and your grammar. Two things. One, the only thing you have to worry about is Robinhood is Trump taking the S&P 500. Yeah, if he takes it 10%, it's going to go up 10%. I don't give a fuck about politics. I'm so sick of this shit. This is not what this fucking show is about. We're just here talking about the fucking Robinhood app. And the second thing is, again, I just don't give a fuck. It's all about fucking, we're just talking about the cool features of this app. Don't fucking unplug. Go touch some fucking grass. Pick up some money. Fucking have some delivered to you. Hold it in your hand. Feel good about life. Stop fucking worrying about what the fuck is happening all out there and worry more about what's happening in your household, and you're gonna be all right. That's where
Thanks for getting us back on track, Laura. I love that. So the way that I always say Robinhood is all about numerology and just like an abundance of numbers. Things out. Bro, I was just looking at the site. Under the drop down of what we offer, they now offer 8 lines. That's not a coincidence. 8 is the top number of abundance. So they now offer invest, crypto, retirement options, futures, trading, banking, credit card. That's 8 lines that are just going to roll us into financial freedom for generations to come. I love it.
Yeah, this just gives you more tools to operate. You're not going to be able to ever like control what politics and stuff do to your portfolio, to the S&P, whatever. So it's always going to be on you. And it's like, if you have enough tools from your guys' brokerage, you're going to be able to make it. You're going to have access to prediction markets through Robinhood, investing, new banking services. Now it's like, it's never ending. And these guys are just continuing to build. I think this will increase the market share by a lot. Who knows what the first quarter will look like for Robinhood. They do give us monthly results, but they end up surprising us after each quarter. But I'm just looking at this and I'm like, we had gold month March. The event was pretty cool. I want to say there's going to be cooler stuff once we dig into it over the next couple days. And yeah, I see a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, they sped through. I feel like it was a really fast event. Obviously, they're doing it live. They can't be there forever. But that last section of the Robinhood strategies, they kind of sped through. But I'm so excited to dive deep down into that and tear this apart. Took some notes, but I'm excited to really get into like pause, wait, go back, all that good stuff. Probably gonna watch this like 4 times.
It says hold your gains, harvest your losses. So they're really gonna be helping out with the tax benefits. We strategically choose which shares to sell to minimize your taxable gains and which to hold for a long-term tax advantage. And so they're gonna be really helping out people. I do like this chart too, where it shows like where everyone's, let me turn on my screen right here, but it just shows like where everyone's fees were going to be, which was awesome. Cause it's like, yeah, if the regular managers are taking 1%, robo-advisors are taking 0.25, and Robinhood's capping you at $250, which is a 0.05. That's unheard of, to cap a wealth manager his entire wealth at $250. That's just awesome, and I think a lot of people are going to move over. There's some big whales over here on Robinhood, so I really
think that is going to be a huge factor into onboarding the boomer generation. Vlad is doing amazing with millennials, Gen X, Zoomer generation. But for those people that do not use phones, do not use apps like this, just cutting that wealth management fee down to $250 for high net worth individuals, that's crazy. That's going to really have people that, like, I'm not going to say their name or the financial institution, but people live their salaries on these fees that are your hard-earned money. And they just are so expectant towards it. Like, yeah, obviously. And they're not beating the stock market as much as you would be, or as much, you see your portfolio and how you're doing and how they're doing for you. And these people are so just like, oh yeah, that obviously you're going to pay me to do this. And so I'm excited for that, to be like, okay, you guys think you're just supposed to demand my money like this. I'm taking it to Robinhood and let's see how you fare. This is going to shake up the traditional banking system. This really is.
Yeah, it looks like Trade PMR is what was turned into Robinhood strategies. So when they acquired Trade PMR, they are basically a tool that helps all these advisors. Well, I think they just turned that tool and faced it straight towards the customer. So there's nobody in between us, and now we're able to use all these tools that the wealthy use. So it's awesome, and we'll keep covering it over the next week and stuff, like Britt said. But still some more stuff to find out as the interfaces become available and the apps become available, so we can use. We'll be posting some more content on it.
Fuck yeah. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen, we fucking did it. The first this wasn't an earnings call, but it was a live stream of a live stream, and we fucking killed it. Shout out to us. We can end it here. An hour and a half. We did great. So with that, what I'll say is
all of us, yeah, we have to get fucked up and do fucked up shit, you know what I mean?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back again, testing out more Robinhood features, fucking around, finding out, playing with markets, buying stocks. Win with us, lose with us. It is not financial advice. Have fun, be safe, do drugs. Peace.